Guard using the Meteor Strike to get out of dodge himself. But Flower's going to open things up here. Born Yuk, nice Gravitic Flux thrown in here by Gesture. Maybe enough to turn it around if he can get the kill on Jonak. This could be big.
Still back and forth right now. New York is still in it. They've got the player advantage. 4v2 on the point. Actually, 4v1. It is just Gesture. He will be cleaned up in short notice.
You gotta be able to cut through him. Guard doing the best he can to get onto the point. He's not going to survive it. Picked by Meko in the end. SBB just pumping bird shot into him. Is it bird shot or a buck shot? Is it one bird shot and then a buck shot and the bird shot and a buck shot and a buck shot and a buck shot? I think that's how it goes, right, Hex? Something like control. And we get the Flux thrown in. No kill off the back of it, though. The support is solid here on the side of New York XL. They're able to weather the storm, and that opens it up here. Mono now takes down Fury. No barrier, or one of the barriers at least, gone here for London Spitfire, and it's going to spin out of control just like that. The New York XL beating up on London. We'll get that flip.
Sabiobi had some people isolated, so they decided to commit the beat, and it's not that big of a deal.
Splattered immediately, and that's right off of the sound barrier as well. So frustrating for London Spitfire. He was at 98% when he died. Might have been able to make all the difference had they had that ultimate in this fight. Instead, they're trying to plow on through London, putting up a more of a fight, and New York are the ones who are making mistakes now.
Yeah, early Coalescence answered by a better and later Coalescence. The Blossom doesn't always find value. Yesterday was a bit of an anomaly in that area, but London will use that Blossom to secure the fight.
Sick work from London.
New York's just trying to stall for percentage.
Yep. And they will get caught, and they will... Nope, never mind. SBB shows up. Hey, guys, how's it going? He's dead. Gesture didn't like that. Counting on Fury to provide protection. Flower trying to zone Fury out, and that leaves Quartermain vulnerable, and the pressure on Fury is just too much. Flower solos him. That's it. Done. No tank left here for London. It's looking fantastic for the New York XL. It's looking like they'll pick up the first map of the series.
The moment they noticed that there wasn't going to be a Sigma on the field and tracking ults as well, they dropped the barrier to make sure that everybody has extra health. They go, they take the fight to them, and NYXL.
If he can potentially concuss somebody off the side, maybe he's going to be able to force them to pay attention to two angles at once, but that's why they have two shields. Hex still, Gord is going to find the kill.
That's amazing. He gets both of the damage dealers for NYXL. This fight, for all intents and purposes, is over. Say Biobi's going to switch out of the McCree. You have to. Yeah. You have to respect it.
Instantly traded. Jester's going to spawn right there, though, so you're right. The Orisa going down is going to make it difficult for New York. Does Prophet get the res off? He does not. Libero ejects him.
Tried to get the teleport back onto safe ground. Not going to happen there. London's still making some slow push here. The Coalescence going to help out a ton.
This is going to keep everybody high and healthy. Well, as far as New York are concerned, they're just trying to dodge and trying to play with the angles. Solid work here from London Spitfire. They are capitalizing on this, and they are going to force the New York XL to reset, send them back to spawn. Mono trying to run his way out of harm's way, but that's just not going to happen. And SBB gone. Gesture nowhere near the Flux.
You would like to get some kills off of this sound barrier usage.
Oh, Prophet, there it is, the value! Exactly what London needed right when they needed it most. We're down to 35 seconds on the clock. They're going for the home stretch now. Third point right ahead of them there, already
able to get his Coalescence, and another big flank from Sabiobi trying to get something done. He gets punished.
Oh, he gets blinked before, and now do they have anybody to challenge? Jonak has to go in. 3 alive here for the New York XL, but there isn't a whole lot to do, and they cannot get bodies to actually block the point. No challenge. 3 points picked up for the London Spitfire with 18 seconds left on the clock.
It's an enormous priority guy for Prophet. He's keeping Libero at bay.
Man, how frustrating is this right now, though, if you're just trying to keep these shields up on the defense? You got nowhere to go. SBB's just going to be melting them, and he's doing exactly that. He's putting Gesture in a bit of a tight spot up here. But at some point, the New York XL are going to have to go, and it looks like now's the time. They've decided. SBB out in the open, can spot him exactly. Quartermain dies instantly. SBB going to go ahead and gun down Guard as well. And, well, sure, okay, Prophet, you can lob rockets at me. That's fine. I'm just going to get a whole bunch of ult charge off of that.
Rotate around and take away the high ground, but this fight is already going in on NYXL's favor. However, Prophet has found... Oh, Prophet have Batiste dead to rights, and he gets an assist from Meko on the ground to save his life.
That was clean, Hex.
Though, unlike NYXL's defense, where this point was essentially free.
They go rolling right on through. There's Fury. Fury gets blown up immediately. What a shocker. Libero's there as well. Totally one-sided, absolute, utter destruction here. The New York XL are just pasting the London Spitfire. And that's a second point so quick here from the New York XL. Get in here and try and look for the fight. So, point blank, Mirage, yep, Libero, instant gut on 1, 2, looking for a third, not quite gonna find it, but he did his job. Now for the rest of the team, Soundbarrier thrown in here by Quartermain, just trying to keep his team alive. They're getting desperate. There's the tank mode, and there are the shots connecting rockets with faces. SBB just gonna barrel on through. No worries here for the New York XL. They're looking fantastic on the offense of Nubani.
About as one-sided as it gets, and that is an ambitious strike from Guard. NYXL finishes with 4:05 in their bank. Only a minute.
Let's get onto it, and
walled off.
Touch it in the middle in the second, but it is Gesture cut off from the rest of his team. Frozen. Coalescence used here by Jonak as well. He's going to be keeping everybody healthy on the side of New York XL, or at least he's trying to. Profit guns down Mono and a hail of buckshot, it looked like. But the London Spitfire is just not enough here for them. Profit doing the best he can to fight back. He is the man making it happen for the London Spitfire, but that's where his road ends. He's sent back to spawn. Notion gonna die here as well, certainly. Oh, he barely gets out, saved in the nick of time. Great support there from the backline of London, keeping their healers up, but there isn't a whole lot left here. Blizzard now thrown in by Libero. Soundbarrier used by New York XL, and it is going to be the New York XL cleaning up this push.
You would think, I mean, Badoshan staying alive against all odds. They're trying to get kills in here. Doomfist can roll through a team. Not gonna happen this time, though. NYXL guarantees.
Long SBB, so long as he stays alive. Great timing with the lantern there from Jonak, keeping him healthy. And this is looking really good now for the New York XL. Guard gone means that explosive damage is no longer there for the London Spitfire, but Gesture still manages to take SBB.
It's a huge stun. They're trying to get in position to resurrect this. They do get up top. They get the res on.
They get the res off. Meko, Mono, Animal working together, and that is SBB back in the mix. Gesture not expecting to go down in a hail of bullets. It is a painful experience for him. And now they're just trying to stall out on the side of London, but it will not be for long. And the New York XL will extend their lead by a map 2-0. Totally crushing the London. Oh, look at this. Minute and a half has been burnt off the clock already here, and New York XL haven't dropped anybody just yet. The lantern goes down, keeps everybody alive. That was the window thrown in by windows. SBB connects. Rocket point blank doing the damage.
Enormous kill. They're going to be able to resurrect this, though. Really nice positioning here for Quartermain as he wraps around the squad. Fury just donates the hamster life.
Yeah, and it's looking like they may go for a change of strategy here because Profit, he just throws that barrage in, hoping against hope. Animo's going to have a long run back in. Meko eventually gets beaten to death by Gesture. Brutal.
Not ideal, but Gesture is now way behind this team.
Do they actually bother with this guy, or do they just set up points? Because, I mean, this is what Gesture's hoping for.
Ooh.
Unbelievable. Gesture actually solos Jonak. That's not how that's supposed to go at all. And now TP straight up, and this is falling apart. It looked so good for the New York XL, but they just had too many targets to worry about there. They were it cuts right through him. That's going to put some pressure here. Doshin's still going to pick up a kill on SBB, but the Meteor Strike getting used aggressively. The Halts to help out as well. Nice attempt at some coordination there. Mono trying to work with his teammate. It wasn't quite enough that time. And now the Flux thrown in here by Gesture. This should be the end. Meko gone, and, well, New York XL now, they're on the back foot.
That's the ace you're looking for. Sabiobi's back in it, but only momentarily, as Profit is cleaning up the points, getting some pressure out here now. NYXL can get some bodies on here, but maybe they don't.
No, not in time, not in time. You even had to change up from Meko. He went for the hamster, but he wasn't able to roll his way onto that point fast enough.
Used to always see Reaper
right across the open ground, no worries there. Oh, you guys want to hang out up there? Do you want to have shields too? This is not going to happen because SVP is going to be here to melt them instantly, immediately. Well, they try to crash in here. London Spitfire, they try to push, trying to shut him down, but it's Guard. This is a wipeout. It's a total backfire. It's a disaster for the London Spitfire.
Not only is Bastion good against shields, his partner in crime.
So now they're in the back line. They've cut off the London Spitfire from spawn. You got nowhere to hide, and they're setting themselves up for a brilliant offense here on the side of the New York XL.
There comes the tank, trying to finish it out.
Oh, this is a thing of beauty. It doesn't get any better than this. New York XL, some clever play, inspired. Such a joy to see here for the New York XL to really turn it around and smash the London Spitfire as quick as it gets. Hex, 5 minutes 37 set up so that he could just pace this point, cover it with a hail of bullets if he needs to, hoping to perhaps catch Profit if he can. That's the main source of damage, but as I say, that Guard coming up with 2 kills. Turns out that Guard, he can play damage after all. He just needed to be on Hanzo.
This one's not quite over yet, but now it is. Cleanup kills for London, and Guard finally makes his name be known here after running a Doomfist into the Bastion. He picks it up on the Hanzo.
Now that is exactly what Guard needed to do here.
Yeah.
The damage has been kind of suffering here on the side, a little bit low on the side of London Spitfire. Well, one take and change here for the London Spitfire so far, but the Coalesce is getting thrown in. Instantly stunned, pinned with the rock. Now Libero's into the mix. He's going to take Quartermain out. Libero looking for more as well. Yep, guard is gone, and the rest of London Spitfire follow suit. The New York XL will halt the London Spitfire here. 60.3% progress on the second point. There's overlapping barriers. They're overlapping barriers and hoping to cut somebody off, and the London Spitfire are trying to run in here, and there's the Maywall. They're caught on the wrong side of it. Fury and Gesture getting pasted, and again, it works perfectly for the New York XL. The London Spitfire, they just threw themselves into a blender.
Well, finally a kill on the defense as Bedosian takes out Mono, but it's not really going to matter.
Yeah, this might be rough. Oh, and Gesture caught out in the open. Some decent support there. He survives it, but that was definitely close. Prophet gets blown up already, and Gesture once again knocked up into the air, and they may not even need anything here for the New York XL. Jonak with the Coalescence takes down Fury, and the London Spitfire, they just don't have any ults. There's no way for them to answer apart from getting it done the old-fashioned way. Bullets with bases, but they don't really have anything like that. Well, Prophet's the only one who's going to get back in here in time.
While the boxing match goes on beneath us, it's NYXL winning the ground and pound on the point. A couple of kills have come in for London, so it's not quite over just yet. But they got to get back on this point. It's not even need to go to 100%.
Well, they've got a permanent tick of progress now for New York as well, so you're nearly there. Even if you lose this fight now for New York, you're so comfortable with how the rest of this is going to play out. You need one, and that's Quartermain gone, and now it's going to be Bedosian's turn, and then it'll be Fury's turn, and then this is all just going to be about staggering. And it's just not even going to happen. It's not even going to happen. The New York Excelsior.
EMP is nuts here, and I think they can use it to win this fight just outright.
You're 100% right, except that now we're getting more subtlety here from SBB. It used to be that he would just use the Translocator to throw this in and get the EMP rolling. Instead, it's going to be Flower mowing him down in droves. And he goes for the EMP. He's out of dodge. SBB is just setting it up now, and we will get a May who is promptly going to get gunned down. And a first point picked up here for New York XL. Took him a little survive, though. Somebody got to get rid of the lantern. You got to get rid of the lantern.
They were so low until they got to the immortality field, but another blizzard comes out.
Oh, and another EMP over the top, but there's no way to capitalize. Half the team is frozen. Half the team is frozen. Prophet is overtime wick, but Mono instantly frozen in place, and Prophet just beams him down, and now it's on New York XL. Can they make it happen here? Neko with the D-Matrix. It's not going to last long, getting Team X, and this is going to be a hard hold here for the London Spitfire. They allowed 1 point, but this is as far as the payload will go, and we'll have to see what the New York XL are capable of on the defense. Your energy off of that as well. And now you change up the angle, you try and work around these barriers. Lux is thrown in, but the lantern, it's gone in the nick of time. Not going to be able to capitalize with any real damage. And London Spitfire now making a little bit of progress.
Sabiobi died early in that fight, so they don't have their main source of damage out. Huge halt.
Oh, and they're just going to barely squeak it at the end, Hanks. They barely managed to make it happen. Minute on the clock, last second contest coming through from New York, but that will be it. Good he was with the blizzard. Lux is thrown in to kick things off. Echo, Jonak, SBB, everybody dying on the defense, and it's looking like the London Spitfire are now primed to not go down without a fight. They will get on the board with one map here, barring some miracle for New York XL. You don't just clean sweep the defending champs, Hex.
No. Let that be known. No one defeats London 4 maps in a row in the playoffs of 2019.
Yeah, Blizzard is on there just to guarantee it. Mecco trying to contest, and it's just not happening for the New York XL. It will be the London Spitfire putting a map on the board. New York XL. Nice Dragon, bringing him a little bit low, and we could have a res. Yep, a res goes off on Gesture. He's instantly focused down, though. No chance there. And this is the London Spitfire on the back foot.
London only has 2 players alive now, and there is against a whole bunch of NYXL 4v2. Guard has to have the best Hanzo moment of his life. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Mecco just looked at this is it. So, Jonak, he's already had to shift out, so he's going to be vulnerable. There's a chance here. Yep, there's the boost. Nice deletion of some of that damage from Mecco, trying to cover his team. It still doesn't save SBB, but then Animo comes through with the kill on Bedosian. And Libero sets it up as well. Too quick, we're trading back and forth, but now it's going to be Mecco making the difference, and Fury's going to get beamed down in his own right. He is not going to survive. And the New York XL, looking like they've done it, Hex. They will win versus the London Spitfire 4-1 in this playoff match.